But now for The Rainmaker, directed by Francis Coppola and based on the novel by John Grisham, author of such other filmed thrillers as The Firm, The Client and The Pelican Brief. The story concerns an idealistic young lawyer who takes on a big medical insurance company that has denied his dying client possible life-saving treatment. The cast includes Danny DeVito, Mickey Rourke, John Voight and Claire Danes. But the film is largely a vehicle for newcomer Matt Damon, who seems destined for stardom. Tom Brook has been talking to him, along with other members of the cast and the director.
Action!
Matt Damon plays Rudy Baylor, an idealistic law school graduate in Tennessee, battling a heartless medical insurance company. For a little-known actor, it's a big role, starring in a John Grisham film, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, one of America's most celebrated filmmakers. Matt Damon couldn't believe it when he got the phone call saying he'd got the part.
I jumped, I screamed, I just let out just this cry of you know, I mean, I'd been waiting for 2 weeks, so I was very anxious, and it just all came out. And coincidentally, my brother showed up because he and I were going to play a game of basketball. And he just showed up, and he heard this blood-curdling scream from this second-floor apartment I had, and he bashed in the door to see what was going on, and he found me on the phone, you know. It was great.
You really do carry the film. Was the prospect of doing it before you really got involved quite daunting, the idea of it?
Yeah, I felt a lot like I think Rudy feels in the movie, absolutely outgunned. And when that happens to me, I tend to get somewhat obsessive.
Anybody in the room named Russell Crockett? He's going too. Downsized. Downsized. What a coincidence. Our client's going through a periodic downsizing. Yeah, well, that will happen, won't it?
Matt Damon's character, Rudy Baylor, ends up going head-to-head with Leo Drummond, a slick, cynical corporate lawyer, played by John Voight, an actor who's been out in the wilderness until recently but is now suddenly everywhere. John Voight feels passionately about the film's thematic villain, as does much of America, greedy medical insurance companies who fail to pay up.
This is a true story. I mean, it's true. We know that this exists. Insurance should be a service to humans, you know, to protect them. And when it becomes the other, it's a horror. It's a great crime.
This really does seem to be your comeback here. I think you're in 5 films right now.
Yes, 5 films, yeah.
What's happened?
I've always been a character actor, and now I'm offered many crazy parts. People don't know what I can't do, so they give me the opportunity to do anything, and I've enjoyed taking those challenges.
All right, I'm going to have you talk to associate of mine, Dick Schiffler.
The Rainmaker is strengthened by a cast of colourful characters. Mickey Rourke as a sleazy Memphis lawyer and topless bar owner called Bruiser, and Danny DeVito as a self-styled para-lawyer with the strange name of Dick Shiflett, who teaches young Rudy the real ways of the legal world.
I know all about, you know, the ins and outs of the legal profession and how to chase ambulances, and, you know, every day I get up looking for people with bandages on and limping and whatever. Maybe I can help them get some more money out of the insurance companies, who are the, you know, the evil demons in this movie.
That was blatant ambulance chasing. Right. Who cares? There's a lot of lawyers out there. It's a marketplace. It's a competition. What they don't teach you in law school can get you hurt.
Solid as this film is, it is not The Godfather or Apocalypse Now. Indeed, it's odd to find Coppola making a film based on a John Grisham bestseller. After all, Coppola's name is normally associated with cinematic art, whereas John Grisham is seen much more as a commercial phenomenon. But Coppola doesn't find it strange at all.
I love the characters, I like the theme. I found some personal connection. In some ways, the themes reminded me of The Godfather even, because it was about a social story. It wasn't about a serial killer or what normally you would get to do. So I was positively grateful to have the opportunity to do The Rainmaker as a studio production, you know.
You have a very distinctive record as a filmmaker, and this film, it didn't feel like a Coppola movie. Was that deliberate on your part?
Oh, well, I would be very sad that you feel that. I feel, you know, that all of, what is a Coppola movie? What does feel like a Coppola movie? I think, you know, all my films are very different in style, one from the other, dependent on the theme, you know, so this is a more classic style, more like The Godfather. I'm very proud of the performances. I think all the actors are good in it. I think it has a lot of heart and humanity. So I would hope that it does feel like a Coppola movie on those bases.
Get a license! Come back when you got a damn license!
May it please the court.
In America, The Rainmaker has been a modest success, restoring some commercial credibility to Coppola, who suffered some disappointments at the box office. It's also given momentum to Matt Damon's career. He's rapidly emerging as a new Hollywood idol. The Rainmaker is just the first of a whole batch of films in which he stars.
And The Rainmaker opens on April the 3rd.